right, folks, so this is part one of the two-part series we'll do on the chicken tractor. So this is for running broilers in a pasture, in your yard, wherever you might be moving little critters to fresh ground every day. So part one, which is this one, we're showing it in its skeletonized form. Once I get the metal and the chicken wire and stuff on here, you might not be able to see all the cross braces and supports. So I do not want to shield anything we've got going on by putting that metal on just yet. I will post part two here shortly. But let's start off with the lumber we're using. So everything's treated, 3-inch decking screws. Make sure they're a high integrity, good decking screw. You want to have that grip that those provide. Nails tend to shear out over time when you're moving something around a lot, so definitely recommend using the screws. We're using rip down lumber, so all treated rip down lumber. Two reasons we're doing this. One is everything about this has to be lightweight. So we want lightweight as possible. And if we built this with full dimensional, like 2x4 lumber, you're talking about something that's gonna be too large, or too heavy rather, for you to easily move at 6 o'clock in the morning, when the last thing you wanna be doing is putting that kind of strain on your back. So if for whatever reason the person running this is normally, a large male, maybe he's out of town one day or not feeling well, wife or kids need to come move it, keep all those things in mind, and keep it as lightweight as possible. 2x2 purchase lumber generally, I've found, does not have good integral support. It tends to be very knotty, weak in spots. And if you take like 2x6s by 8s and rip those down, or 2x6 by 10s and rip those down, like this is a 1/3 of a 2x6 by 8 that we've ripped down. And it still provides for really solid support and something for you to anchor into while being lightweight as well. So the two sizes we're going to use here is a 10x8, which is this one, and a lot of people like to do a 10x12. So a 10x8 is going to be for 50 birds or less, and a 10x12 is going to be up to 75 birds. That would be like the traditional Salatin style chicken tractor. Generally somebody does this in any commercial capacity, they're running 75 birds in a 10x12. We have our entrance here. You want to make sure that this thing is large enough for a man to get into, or a woman, whoever might have to go in there and take care of chickens or get them out for butchering, and as well as a 4-foot feeder. You want to be able to fit that in here without any problem. So make sure that is big enough for both those purposes. And we'll generally hang a waterer from that support beam right there, like a drip water, or you can use a big one like we have over there. But generally speaking, you would just want to have this completely large enough for you not to get hung up on it when you're using it on a daily basis. You want to use 2 hinges. I couldn't find my hinge pack, so I scratched around and found one, so I'm using that for now. When I find the other ones, I'll add it, but generally, yes, 2 hinges on that door. Big time importance is put on these cross members here. So these angled pieces, that's going to provide a whole heck of a lot of support when you're dragging this across the field. It makes the whole structure much stronger. So keep that in mind as well. We got the same one over here, and we have one on the front. It is 2 feet high. So anytime we're talking about these, we want a low profile. 2 feet is plenty high enough for the chickens, and it keeps it, less material used for it. So that is a general size, is a 2-foot chicken tractor as far as height is concerned. Now, if you want to, if you're only running 25 birds, you could go to a 6x8. That would be acceptable. And certainly if maybe your kids are doing this as a first-time hobby, or just somebody who doesn't have a lot of strength and you're not running a lot of birds, yes, you could certainly go to a 6x8, but just don't go over that 25 bird mark in something of that size. We got 45-degree angle supports here. So this is our center beam. Obviously important. Once we get the roof on here, you have a heavy rain, you get some water accumulation on there, you could start carrying a little bit of weight on that center ridge. So especially if you want this to last several seasons, make sure you have plenty of support here. We've got these 45-degree angles on each side, as you can see over there. I'm trying to think of anything else I have missed. Just want to make sure you get a full idea. Okay, so this is the rope. This will connect to both corners. I have to run my chicken wire before I connect the other side, but this rope you'll see in part 2 is what we use to lift and pull forward. We'll go over a lot more details of actually moving the birds in future video here. Maybe not the next one in part 2, but certainly I will. I'll show you how to do it once we get the birds in the field. This is generally what we like to go with. This 8x10. We normally order either 50, 100, or 150 when we're running them for ourselves. So I'll run up to 3 of these tractors at a time, and that suits us just fine. 50 in each bird, or 50 in each bird, 50 in each pen. And I think with that we are losing some daylight. So stay tuned, part 2 coming soon, and I will touch on anything I missed here as I go to post this video. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye.